want to tell you a story that began with a dream, a story of dedication, of passion, of heart, a story that built a family with its roots in a wrestling ring, of bonds that will last a lifetime. The story of him, a story of loss. From our humble beginnings in the Eagles Club of Council Bluffs, to Sokol, to the Side Room, to Stocks and Bonds, to the German American Society, one thing has never changed. We are his. Nathan Blodgett, or Jason Strife as you may know him, wanted one thing: to show the world the incredible talent within the Midwest, to show that his friends, his family, were on the same level as wrestlers whose names are known across the world. He wanted to entertain, to grow, and to help causes he held dear along the way. He wanted to be the pinnacle of professional wrestling, not just in Omaha, but all over the Midwest. And he wanted to do it with those he held dear beside him. It is our greatest honor to continue in his stead. We have grown. We have seized the opportunity he laid before us, and we have expounded on them, determined to make his dream a reality. Whether you've been here for years or for only a few shows, we thank you. We wouldn't be here without you, and we certainly would not be here without him. The hole his absence leaves is immense, and it will never go away. But that hole is also fuel to our fire. Every show, every moment, it's all for him. It always has been. He opened the doors to his heart, his home, for generations to come. And tonight, we open those doors once more. Welcome to his home. Welcome to our home. Welcome to Weekend at Strifes.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.
Your opening contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. And it is for the Magnum Wrestling Tag Team Championships.
It is 2 against 1 and there's nothing that John
Oh my
can do
God!
about it.
Is this it? Oh God! 1, 2, 3!
And new Magnum Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
The wrestling god, Jason Strife, created us in his image. We are apex predators.
Always our kingdom.
We run this place.
Two men who've built a bulletproof legacy of dominance. A record-setting reign spanning 2.5 years.
At the mountaintop, you won't find out real fast that you are battling Magnum Tag Team God.
Their legacy has become our nightmare.
Day one, we are more dangerous than we have ever been.
Then, now, forever.
Two reigns, 938 days as champions.
How long are we gonna let them keep?
We've had a couple matches, but we never disagreed with each other. We just wanted to see who was better. What are we gonna do? We're gonna walk all over us and we're gonna do something about it.
Second, move on to Weekend Strikes Volume 3 next.
The Silverback and the Juggernaut. Nightmare. Against the Beast and the Folkloid. Two unlikely allies. But Magnum's last hope.
Pro wrestling god, Jason Strife, created us in his image.
I remember what happened last time, so I'm gonna just kind of duck. Oh, okay.
He doesn't have anything in his hand. You're okay.
We're good. Now, have we decided on a tag team name for these two?
I'm workshopping a couple. I haven't gotten anything that I'm real set on yet, though.
I've seen Red Fork.
Sure. Fork Wing.
Kit Wing, Wing Kit.
Red Daddy. He's the Fork Daddy. I don't know. We're going to have to figure this out if they win. He just wanted to say hi, Pete.
You never know with him, but
One thing stupid about me, I'm gonna attack you in the parking lot.
Oh.
got it.
Better be on your A game tonight, Peter.
As if I wasn't under enough pressure. Speaking of pressure, the pressure's got to be on for our reigning and defending tag champs, the Crucible. I believe the final count was 938 days.
Yep, that was the last number
of a tag title reign.
That's insane.
That is insane.
As much as I just like those two, you can't take away from a reign like that.
Right, and I know that I'm kind of one of the masterminds in between getting all these footage and stats out there, but that's definitely one for the record books when it comes to
Absolutely.
the lineage of the Magnum Wrestling Tag Team Championship.
And man, Red Wing's got a hell of a night ahead of him.
That he does. The man is competing not once, not twice, but not once, but twice for championship gold.
Both for belts. He's gonna walk away pretty stacked tonight if things go his way.
And Magnum's Resident Beast is used to having the world on his shoulders, even though he could probably bench press the world easily, multiple repetitions. And this night has got to be weighing heavily on the mind of our Resident Beast. But along with that comes the memory, the legacy, and the strength we draw from the memory of Magnum's namesake, Jason Strife.
Well, and that's just it. This is about way more than those title belts. This is about a legacy.
And it seems like from almost Weekend at Strifes Volume 1, the Crucible put their feet down and they staked their claim as. They staked their claim as basically reincarnations of the spirit of Strife under his training, under his tutelage, carrying on his legacy. Maybe not in the way that he would have preferred, but the Crucible, either individually or as a tag team or as even a unit, has always marched to the beat of their own drum.
I mean, Strife was known for getting a little shifty at times in the ring. He wasn't always on the straight and narrow, so...
They called him strong style sleaze for a reason, especially early on in his career in the Southern California independents. He himself will admit that some decisions were made poorly, some were against his better judgment, and it cost him opportunities in his career. He said as much in front of the Magnum cameras, and it's all about lessons learned. But right now, let's go to our intros.
The team up, the man they call Red Wing and Kick Sackett. And their opponents, the champions, at a total combined weight of 520 days and a total title reign of 938 days. They are the reigning and defending Magnum Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the Silverback Brixton Nash and the Irish Juggernaut Jameson McGregor, the Crucible.
A very divided crowd here tonight at the Relevance Center. I can't even hazard a guess of how this is going to go.
And traditionally, whether you've been in the ring or not, you can usually judge, you can usually gauge who the crowd is behind just by that reaction alone. Past couple months, we've seen sort of a mixed reaction, sort of like the Crucibles are the guys you love to hate. Some would say the Crucibles are the guys you hate to love.
Either way works, honestly.
But it seems like every match on the card tonight here at Weekend at Strifes Volume 3 is high stakes.
It is hot and heavy.
It's going to be a war, all in the spirit of one man, all in the spirit of one promotion. And Daisy, we aren't even halfway through 2025 yet, even though you could consider this our mania, our super card of honor, our open the Magnum gate, if you will, for any Dragon Gate aficionados out there. But we're not even halfway through the year yet.
Nope. Looks like we're going with Red Fork, if judging by the audience chants here.
I like it.
I'm okay with it. It's fine. Brixton Nash doing what he does best, and Jack jawing with fans.
It's all about those mind games, and when you talk about smart tag team wrestling, it seems like both teams are on even keel with that. Cutting the ring in half, isolating their opponents, not giving them little to no breathing room. Especially with big guys like Red Wing and Jameson McGregor, you want to take them off their feet, you want to take them off their vertical base. And with Jameson McGregor, almost on par with Red Wing in terms of deceptive agility, we've seen quite a few moonsaults out of the Irish Juggernaut that we've never seen before.
We also have to take into account with this matchup just how little Red Wing and Sackett have worked together in comparison. They're kind of just they both happen to be there sort of tag team. They've worked, what, the one gauntlet match last month together?
That's correct.
And now here they are with the biggest shot in the tag team division.
I would say that unlikely pairing, maybe the odd couple pairing, is probably a result of the fact that the Crucible have been tag champs for 938 days. When a reign like that comes along, it seems like any two partnerships or any two competitors just want to band together and try to wrest those title belts away from the Crucible at any point.
We also have to take into effect how much bad blood there is. Like, Brixton Nash and Jameson McGregor, along with Fowler and in the past Nino, have been basically torturing Red Wing. since the last weekend at Strifes.
And we like to pride ourselves for being investigative journalists, kind of, and sort of unraveling the mystery behind these rivalries. We have yet to really scratch the surface of this rivalry with Red Wing in terms of what their motivation was.
It honestly feels like they just threw a dart at the dartboard and it stuck on him, unfortunately.
Or they want to dethrone the biggest beast as what they consider the biggest beast in Magnum.
A valiant cause.
And just like we mentioned, Brixton Nash trying to chop down those huge tree trunk legs of Red Wing. Tag to Jamison. Quick tags in and out. Notable by both teams here. And you talk about having a game face on. Kit Sackett is usually the fun-loving guy with a laundry list of nicknames and monikers, but for this match in particular, he's got a very serious demeanor about him.
He knows what's on the line. He is just as annoyed by all the antics of the Bulletproof Legacy as Red Wing is at this point, and he's ready to end it. You saw in the promo before the match actually started, he said to Red Wing, how long are we going to let them get away with this?
Exactly. Brixton really trying to wear Red Wing down in the early going here.
They're doing a good job of keeping Red Wing isolated on the Crucible side of the ring.
Whoa!
Holy
Talk
moly.
about strength. Brixton just playing the beast with a spine buster.
Look, I don't like giving Brixton Nash any credit, but you might want to turn around.
Yeah, not much good that did. There's a spine buster if I ever saw one.
Call and return from the beast they call Red Wing.
Now a little bit more of an even playing field here. Ooh!
Jesus.
Wow! Heard that all the way back here at the commentation station. Red Wing follows up with a headbutt of his own. Clothesline with not a lot of real estate to maneuver. Oh, there's a suplex right in the center of the ring, and that's a big dude to get up, and he's in the wrong part of town.
There we go. Red Wing can finally get to his partner over there.
They've got 5 seconds to team up, and it seems like with this unlikely pairing, they want to team up as much as they can, possibly.
You know, it's really saying something that Kit Sackett is the smallest man in the ring. Kit Sackett isn't exactly a small guy.
That's true.
He just is in comparison to the absolute Neanderthals he's in there with.
Still a very much David and Goliath pairing when it comes to Kit and Red Wing. Kit with a head of steam, and there's that shoulder block, almost like a vaulting shoulder block we've seen before out of Kit.
I think it goes to show just how seriously Kit Sackett is taking this match. He did not assault you with forks this year.
Right.
Last year at Weekend at Stripes, you got berated with forks.
I got pelted, and you know, if I may confess, I did scoop up a couple of them because I do use plastic forks in the House of Sanctions.
But
it was quite traumatic, though. I did not see that coming. Kid now got Jamison in the corner.
Beating the absolute tar out of his head.
Referee Pee Wee Hell doing a good job maintaining control so far. Getting Brixton into a neutral corner. Whoa!
Jeez.
We've seen that before. Awesome rotation. Only two. Just turned him around, and a boss man slam type maneuver plants him right in the center.
Kit Sackett is a hard man to put down.
Definitely. He comes at you from every which way, whether it's that TKO, the Widow's Fork, and any of his vicious striking that he utilizes. And you got to think Brixton's got to be thinking that at the back of his mind, trying to put the brakes on all of that. Kid himself, a former Top Gun champion, and he seemed to come along right at the advent of the Top Gun division, so he knows what championship gold and the stakes involved are like.
And he had no slouch of a reign there himself. He held the Top Gun championship for quite a while.
Reverses him. Only two. In any conversation with members of the Magnum Militia who were around when the Top Gun division was first formed, you'll hear Kit's name up constantly when it comes to that Top Gun title. Kit first burst on the scene as part of our Patreon tapings during the pandemic. Not a native of Omaha, a native of Lawrenceville, Georgia, under the gentle tutelage of QT Marshall and Glacier at the Nightmare Factory. Pee Wee Hell momentarily distracted there by Brixton. And Jameson's got Kit in the corner, and those chops are vicious.
Not anything I ever want to be on the receiving end of, that's for sure. Oh, he's going to get another one. Oh, God. Oh. Ugh.
Man alive, he had some heat on that point. Yep.
No, he's done that a couple of times now. Psyching out his opponent, thinking they're going to get another chop, and instead, they get a nice, strong fist to the thigh.
Effective.
It works.
Small package. Only 2, not able to hold him.
Sackett working his way out of there.
Oof.
Oh, that.
And just cuts him off right at the pass with that club and clothesline. Only 2 once again. I haven't seen a stomach chop since the days of Wild Bull Curry in the 40s and 50s. So definitely a throwback to those times.
I never saw that.
Yeah, he had.
I'm not quite that old.
Well, you're a youngin', but he had like huge.
I'm older than you, Peter.
Oh, how old are you?
40.
Oh, well, I'm only 37. But Wild Bull Curry had these caterpillar-like eyebrows, but he would have this palm strike of a stomach chop that would just send the people into a frenzy.
Brixton keeping Sackett isolated and away from Red Wing, who looks like he's just look at Red Wing's face. He's just biding his time over there.
Definitely.
He's waiting until the moment he is unleashed.
Oh. Irish Cannonball, no water in the pool. Kind of way too early to be attempting that. And Kit's got to make a tag over to the other corner to his partner.
Got a hold of his leg, holding him steady.
Smart
Can't make
wrestling.
It quite to the corner. Kit getting a little bit of a charge going.
It's breaking out in a slugfest, and there's those headbutts.
From both opponents. I don't know if I've ever seen 2 guys headbutt each other.
And just plants Kit Sackett face first on the canvas.
Oh, God.
Knee trembler missed.
No one home. Sackett giving some nice chops of his own and
attempting a
McGregor
suplex.
up.
Probably not the smartest move.
Yeah, just punch him some more. There you go. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh!
And he got him up for the suplex, and every minute Red Wing is on that apron. He gets to conserve that energy. He gets to conserve that oxygen.
Now's the time.
And they've got to make their tags.
Brixton Nash in.
Kit
Kit,
so close.
There
and he makes
go!
the tag. Red Wing's a house of fire.
The beast is unleashed.
There's that vaulting leg drop. Takes down Jameson. Brixton right there to meet him. Spear! Covered by Red Wing, a little too close to the ropes. Only 2. Wow.
That was a gorgeous spear. Holy cow. Both McGregor and Nash still down. Red Wing back on his feet.
With a strong man like Brixton, you got to utilize moves like that, and Red Wing's got that in mind for sure.
Oh, Lordy.
Possible power slam. Jameson saves him. They've got it. Oh, drop kick into a German suplex. Impressive cover. Only 2. 2.899. That was close.
Yeah, that was very close. That was a tight.
Impressive feat of strength by Brixton as well as Jameson. Jameson with that 2-foot basement drop kick up into a German suplex. And if I didn't know better, I'd say both men were frustrated, even though we're kind of still in the early goings of this match. The frustration has got to be setting in for the tag champs. The Magnum Militia solely behind Red Wing here at the Relevant Center. The energy in this building is just phenomenal. Double shoulder block. Red Wing did make the tag.
Kit Sackett popping back up.
Pair of strikes for the champs. DDT to Brixton. Backstabber to Jameson. Nice blind tag there by Kit.
The look of determination on Kit Sackett's face right now. Oh, God.
That's a big dude. He's got him up, though. Brixton with a forearm. Cuts him off at the pass. Wait a minute.
Oh,
They've got Kit up. Thought that was going to be the blackout. Just a regular suplex. Cover. Only 2. That's interesting that they decided to save the blackout for later, perhaps, in this match. Just utilizing a traditional suplex, sending Red Wing right into the post.
Ouch. Pee Wee trying to get Brixton Nash out of the ring, though it's not really working apparently. No. No. Oh, God.
Oh, we've seen this before.
Too many times. No.
They've got Kit up, but he's fighting him. Able to muscle out. Oh! That will ruin his weekend. Red Wing's got Brixton up. Sidewinder power slam. Kit still the legal man. Flipping slam out of the corner by Kit. Impressive with a big dude like that.
Red Wings taking the big dude up now. Oh,
God.
God.
Man.
Oh, God.
He's got Jameson up. Clothesline, doomsday device. Cover by Kit. The streak is over. Have done it after 938 days. That's the way the Crucible crumbled. And
I honestly never thought I'd see the day.
And any members of the Magnum militia who might have doubted this pairing and said that it was only a few times and they wouldn't be able to get along, there's some crow I'd like you to eat. We've got new tag champs, and their name might be Redform. And something tells me they're not going to take that lion down.
I'm a product of the trailer park, and I'm not so small when it comes to man, but I bet $100
Wow. What the hell?
Either my eyes are deceiving me, or the Crucible is just accepting their defeat with quiet dignity and grace.
Can't say I saw that one coming.
When we said this was going to be a history-making night, we weren't kidding. We've already got new tag champs, and this is only the first match at Weekend of Strifes Volume 3.
And Red Wings got another big one coming at the end of the night.
Yep. He's got to conserve that energy the minute he gets to the back, but he's got to be on cloud 9 right now.
Almighty God, I want to thank you for being a God who sees and a God who strengthens. Thank you for seeing me in what I am doing, and thank you for showing me the way. Thank you for strengthening me and showing me each and every day what it means to be more than a conqueror. Father, I come before you with a heavy burden on my heart. A burden that some say that I've sold my soul and taken a deal. A deal you know I would never take, Father. So God, I pray that you give me the strength to show what it means to be more than a conqueror and crush the serpent's head. But if a soul needs to be taken, take Joe's.
So, you found yourself at the crossroads. You don't know how you got there. You don't know how to get out of there. It's dark, it's cold, and you're alone. But you want to know where the humor is in all of this, Falcone? You put yourself into this position. You don't even know that you had taken the deal. The moment you stepped foot into a Magnum ring, you accepted the deal. When you shook my hand, not only made it visual for you, you had already put your blood on the paper. Because my deal, the deal that I took, was to test everyone that comes through Magnum's doors and show them what they are on the other side of the storm. And now you have to find out, while you're at those crossroads, what happens when the storm ends. Are you going to be the same? Are you going to be better, or are you going to be exposed? I understand that you have found yourself a powerful ally, and you have aligned yourself with some convenient company. But March 21st, this is where you're exposed. This is where you find out who you are, and I make good on my deal while you pay me on yours. I can tell you this. On the other side of the storm, on the other side of those crossroads, that is where you find you, and you'll find yourself without the Top Gun Championship.
After a surprise return at last month's Blurred Lines, Duke Cornell is here to challenge Alan Falcone for the Top Gun Championship.
Judging by the reaction from both Falcone and his manager, Joe DeSanti, who we all know and love, it was very unexpected when the lights came back up at the German-American Society and Duke stood toe-to-toe with Alvin Falcone and just planted him with a pile driver, and a deal was made.
I wonder at what point Falcone actually realized that this was going to happen, because I'm not sure he was conscious for that handshake.
Also, I'm not sure that on the list of possible opponents or possible challengers that those two had on their minds, I don't even think Duke was included, because we hadn't seen Duke in a Magnum ring for a very long time.
It had been a while.
And Duke is the type of competitor, more to my point, that you don't necessarily see month to month to month. A competitor doesn't have to be seen constantly over and over again to make an impact and to leave an impression. Duke Cornell is exactly that type of wrestler.
You're not wrong. Especially to come back for after how long off and immediately shoot your shot at a title. Like, that's something only Duke Cornell can do.
Duke himself, a former champion in multiple promotions, multiple styles of matches, so he knows the implications all too well. And I wish Mr. Conkin, our ring announcer, had an earpiece. Otherwise, I'd tell him, kind of keep the mic away from Joe DeSanti as far as possible.
Throw it over your shoulder,
Yeah.
get it out of here or something. Oh, God. What he said.
Right. Falcone calls himself more than a conqueror, but when a conqueror is face-to-face with a copperhead, nearly anything
Only
is
one of
liable
those
to
options
happen.
is poisonous.
Definitely. And Falcone, I believe, making his debut in Magnum right around the time of the Patreon tapings, maybe a little bit after that. So,
pretty close.
So Duke does have the advantage as far as experience, both in independent wrestling in general and in Magnum.
I mean, Duke's one of the OGs.
Definitely, not only in singles competition, but also tag team competition. He led a stable known as the Snake Pit for a long time, pretty much our entire side room run. and they just ran roughshod over everybody.
Here, let's not forget that.
Definitely.
Back when I first saw Duke Cornell, he was in a tag team called Beautiful Bodies.
Right.
It's been a long time.
Definitely. You talk about Duke Cornell being an OG. I'm pretty sure it was the very first Eagles Club event where he main evented against anarchist Eric Cannon. That is how long
That
of a
sounds
tenure.
likely. That scenario would not surprise me in the least.
Introducing first the challenger from Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, weighing in at 245 pounds, the Copperhead, Duke Cornell.
I always think they're booing at first.
And his opponent, the champion.
It's just the tone of it.
Here we go.
Oh, God. Damn it.
You people should know by now when I have a microphone, you shut your mouth! Wipe that stupid look off your face because you're about ready to learn a lesson. This man is the Magnum Wrestling Top Gun champion. He is more than a conqueror. You people better get up on your feet and show respect for Alvin Falcone.
Good, he's done.
That was actually surprisingly fast for how much he usually runs a stupid mouth.
I believe the biggest parallel in this contest is the fact that Joe DeSanti and his entourage were much like the Snake Pit was in the Side Room, a revolving door of members. You never did know who was going to join up with them, who was going to align with them. It was a very interesting dichotomy of events and a confluence of happenings.
I mean, when he led the Revolution, it was just like constant, in and out, people coming. We had a core for a little bit, and then another person got at it, and one took off, and then
Anybody who took off from him was wise to do so. I can't necessarily say the same for anybody who tried to separate from the Snake Pit. And as I'm sure we'll reference a few times here tonight, it's not always their exploits in Magnum. Both Duke and Alvin have not only been achieving success individually and collectively in Magnum, but also all over the country. We're talking North Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, South Dakota, North Dakota.
both of these workers put in the miles. There's no denying that.
And it might not look it at times, but Copperhead Duke Cornell is a thinking man's wrestler. He's not going to give it all away up front. He's not going to let the fans in behind the curtain and let them know what's going on in his head half the time. He wants to keep you guessing. He wants to keep the mind games playing, and he wants the psychology to be at an all-time hilt. And Alvin just wants to trash talk. He just wants to show the Magnum Militia what he can do and what he's all about. And he's got his mouthpiece over there constantly, Joe DeSanti, watching his back, sometimes getting a little too involved in the action. I know that better than anybody. I've been, unfortunately, in the ring with the man. But that was a while ago. That was in the past. And there have been times where Joe DeSanti has been writing checks that his body can't cash. Just ask partial owner Logan Davis, amongst others.
Joe DeSanti likes to run his mouth. But when it comes time to pay up, he's nowhere to be found. And I was going to point, the trick with Duke Cornell is he is a very adaptable wrestler. He doesn't have just one style. There's nothing you can look and go, okay, Duke's going to do this and this and this and that. He can do anything. And the second you think you've got one over on him, he's probably going to get one over on you.
I've seen Duke Cornell in every type of match, from scientific to technical to high-flying to hardcore, not just here in Magnum, but all over the Midwest. Extremely adaptable, extremely well-versatile, extremely well-rounded. And he's going to need all of that in this match for the Top Gun title. Oof. Vicious strike in the corner by Duke. Right up under the jaw, just rocks Falcone. And there's that axe kick that Falcone seems to employ from almost out of nowhere at times. And Duke, even though he's had eye issues in the past, he's going to keep both on the Top Gun champion here tonight.
Falcone doesn't look, it looks like he doesn't know quite what to think at this moment.
And I usually pride myself on being a statistician. Maybe you can help me out here. I believe this is their first one-on-one meeting.
100%, absolutely. And I think the last time we really saw Duke in a Magnum ring was against Donnie Pepper Cricket, if I'm not mistaken.
Definitely. Right as we saw that different side of Donnie start to develop. And Duke's gone through a few personality changes in his career. But to see Donnie kind of going through the same thing kind of threw off Duke a little bit. Ooh, innovative.
Wow, he whipped right off that second rope.
Haven't quite seen that technique employed that way. Gotta hand it to Falcone there. I believe that match that you're referencing between Duke and Donnie took place at Over the Top.
It did.
In front
of Greenery Green.
In front of that huge crowd, and with assistance from Donnie's flock, who we still don't know all that much about.
No, not even a thing.
And
I keep trying to ask, but nobody answers questions.
Right, like I even asked, like, is the buffer one named Sneezy? But like, I mean, and you could see that Duke was caught off guard by that because he himself commanded the minions of the Snake Pit. But to see these mysterious guys who are as mysterious as their origin really threw him for a loop.
And honestly, that night kind of leads us to even the next matchup after this one. Because that was when Joey Anderson was officially suspended as our GM because of his interference in the match between Duke and Donnie.
That's true. Tempers flared. Joey sort of forgot his role at that moment and certainly paid the price for it. But it has all come to a head tonight. Those two will meet in an unsanctioned bout.
Yeah, let's just hope they stay over thick.
And
I don't want them. I don't want any part of that.
And a little bit of serendipity, I believe the last unsanctioned match in Magnum history was an unsanctioned street fight between Duke Cornell and Bogat in the Eagles Club at Kamehameha, if I'm getting that title right.
Jeez Louise.
2 count.
The backlog on that one.
Clubs right to the chest of Cornell. That's what you got to do for a man who employs those high-impact, devastating power moves.
You can see the frustration built, well, until we do the cocky pin.
That seems to never work out unless your opponent's completely incapacitated.
Ew. He just blew a snot rocket at him. Falcone did not take too kindly to that.
2 count by referee Rudy Diamond. One thing about Alvin and his technique in the ring, he never gives his opponents any breathing room whatsoever. Suplex attempt, reversed by Duke. Trying to get him up, can't do it. Duke follows up with one of his own.
Both opponents struggling to get back to an even base. Cornell getting to his feet first. Falcone is not far behind. Oh! Falcone going for a pin again.
Only gets 2. And if my information is, again, correct, that unsanctioned street fight at Kamehameha was all the way in May 2012.
Yeesh. That's before even my time. My first Magnum show was August 2012.
The hardcore, hard-hitting action that you're used to seeing in other promotions, you might not see in Magnum all that often, but when you do, we certainly deliver it. And that night had very high implications. It wasn't sanctioned by the Iowa branch of Magnum Pro or even the offices in Southern California, and those two men went to war.
Duke Cornell.
And
what a landing, unfortunately, for Falcone there.
And Rudy's going to call it like he sees it. That's kind of what happens in those situations.
Ay, Chihuahua. Falcone managing to get to his knees. Well, not so easily.
Duke now to his feet. Oof. Just pushes him off with a shoulder block. One thing about Duke is his striking ability.
He is a dangerous man. Oh, wow.
Right up underneath the chin, staggers Duke in the corner. He's got to get him out. Clothesline takes Falcone down.
Jeez, sucker punched him in the side of the head. Up he goes.
Almost like a snowplow. Cover. Only two. And I guess in the back of Joe and Alvin's mind, they think that, yeah, Duke made a surprise appearance and challenger for the Top Gun title, but Joe's probably thinking he's been away too long. He's been away from Magnum too long and has sort of gotten comfortable outside of that comfort zone. Maybe Duke might prove him wrong here tonight.
Can't say I would mind. Does that mean we'd have to see less of Joe DeSanti?
He was going for the pile driver, but Alvin able to muscle out.
And Rudy doing a good job of telling Joe to stay where he belongs, at least at this moment.
Another short brain buster by Duke. Both men are down. Duke over for the cover. Drapes over him. Only two. Not able to hook the leg, not able to really get in tight on that cover, but in a situation like that, desperation kicks in and you sort of got to do what you got to do.
These two are absolutely laying it all on the line for the Top Gun Championship here tonight. And I got to say, I'm so far impressed by Joe's ability to stay the heck over there. So far. I said so far.
Right. We've seen what happens before, but Joe sort of kind of restraining himself. Duke's got to make it back in. Deposits Falcone to the outside through the middle rope.
Get your hands on. I don't know what he's doing, but I don't trust him. Oh, God.
Oh, what's he got in mind here? What's he planning?
Oh, no. This is going to be awful.
This cannot end well, whatever it is.
Not for either of them. You don't come out of this one clean.
Alvin trying to fight out of it. Duke trying to fight out of it as well.
I'm not even entirely sure who's got who in a hold at this point.
Duke now trying to get to a vertical base on the middle rope.
What in the hell?
Oh.
This is, nope. No, ma'am.
Both men trying to distribute their weight. Falcone out of it.
Going under Duke.
Oh!
God.
Vicious kick right between the legs through the head.
The taste right out of his mouth. Holy crap.
He's got him up. Plants him.
Is that enough?
That took a lot out of Duke as well as Falcone. He's on Dream Street, kind of.
Now see, this is where we're getting a little bit overconfident here. Let's go.
Speak of the devil, that overconfidence and that trash talking He was not able to get the full rotation on that standing moonsault. Maybe knocked himself a little loopy jaw-jacking with the crowd. Who knows? If I could describe this match in a phrase so far, I would say risk-taking. Especially we saw there in the top rope there.
Yeah, that was
really
all
kind
sorts of dangerous.
Really kind of going into their toolboxes, trying to pull out anything and everything they can. Even maybe stuff that they never attempted before.
Oh,
Duke with the headbutt stops Falcone.
We know what's happening now.
Going for the pile driver again. Joe on the apron.
I think Falcone got a little bit of dig to the eye there for a sec. Uh-oh.
Oh, wait a minute. No, this isn't.
I'm not even mad.
This isn't smart.
I'm not even mad.
No, it's.
I don't think Duke even realized who he grabbed.
Falcone rolls him up.
No.
He's got the trucks. Oh, no.
I don't think Duke even realized who he had. Falcone right to the eyes, and he just grabbed the nearest body he could. I don't think he realized it was DeSanti.
Duke was momentarily blinded, attempting to go for the pile driver. Falcone does retain the Top Gun title. Just when we think Joe DeSanti is going to be on his best behavior and not interject himself into the action, yet again.
Right, I spoke way too soon on that
Falcone
one.
retains. And I know I'm supposed to be unbiased, but I would love to see Falcone come away with the win or make some sort of effort.
I mean, it absolutely would hurt my
Joe
feelings.
at ringside.
Don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact. Just pretend you don't see him.
Like, Magnum Militia, just when are we going to see Falcone accomplish the conquering on his own?
Well, I mean, even last month the Blurred Lines kicked Joe out, but didn't keep him away.
And that look on Duke's face tells me that he's not quite done with Alvin or Joe quite yet. And
yeah, I don't think you're far off
he's
there, Pete.
definitely embarrassed, especially on a big stage like this.
It's definitely not the return to a Magnum ring that Duke Cornell wanted.
We definitely haven't seen the last of him in a Magnum ring in 2025. We're not even halfway through the year yet.
You're slowly turning back into that jerkwad I knew. He's suppressed. Let him out. I know a surefire way to let him out. That I was right. The narcissist. The backstabber. The in it for himself. Joey Anderson.
Bonnie, this is the last time you see me at the bottom. I'm gonna build Joey Anderson back. Run it right back! time you see me, I am him!
Home, Joseph. You've always been home.
That is not the face of the Donnie Pepper cricket I know and love. I don't even know who this man is anymore.
I also don't recognize him, and I've known this man almost as long as he's been wrestling. I first met him in 2003, my first year in the business, and to see that compared to where he is now is almost like a completely different person, a completely different competitor. And all it took were those despicable acts I mentioned earlier for Joey to finally say, the layers are gone, you've done it now.
I mean, he attacked Duke. He and his flock attacked now GM, Jeremy Jacobs. Donnie's been going after every single person that Joey Anderson holds dear.
And it's all gonna come to a head right now. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and no record of it as management is concerned. It has been a long time since the Magnum Militia has heard that music. The Joe Dozer is full. A little bit of poetic justice as you saw Donnie turn his back on Joey because, quote unquote, that's who he was used to being. The mind game's coming right back on the Dark Icon.
I can't help but think that this is exactly what Donnie Pepper Cricket has been after for the last, I don't even know how long.
Both these men certainly do have history, not even going back to the inception of Magnum, all over the Midwest. In a little promotion called Adrenaline Pro Wrestling in Iowa, those two men put their heads together, they helped each other out, they helped further each other's careers. So when we say they got history, they got history. And I don't know if Donnie has some sort of unwritten mission to bring out the best and or worst in whoever he encounters. But it seems like Joey's the person he's starting that off with.
I can't lie. I'm probably going to close my eyes for a good
when the match comes your way, please get out of the way. Magnum Wrestling will not be responsible for anything.
There's the disclaimer. Yep. Magnum's not responsible for anything. You guys go right ahead and kill each other because we're out.
No logo, no branding, no stripes.
Pee Wee doesn't even have a ref shirt on anymore. We're really just bare bones here. Whatever happens, happens.
And Donnie's career wasn't all fun-loving and colors and dancing. I believe his very start was as a hardcore wrestler.
It was.
So he knows his way around tables, ladders, chairs, barbed wire, you name it. So does Joey, for that matter.
Also true. One of the biggest matches I remember out of Joey Anderson was a Taipei death match. And if you don't know what that is, it's when wrestlers wrap their hands, dip them in glue, and then dip them in broken glass, and then punch the crap out of each other.
You thought you only saw it in movies, but no. Magnum has the distinction of even showcasing the first Taipei death match.
His own kendo right to the spine there.
The first Taipei death match in Iowa Independent Wrestling was right here in Magnum. Can't quite see from our vantage
It's
point.
hard to see, but also it means they're not up here and we're not in
That's
danger.
true.
So, you
That's
know,
true.
got to take the blessing when we can.
Oh.
Joey's trash can of tricks is a little too close for my liking.
Right. We are in the right building for blessings, but this is probably not the blessing they had in mind.
No, I don't know how they're going to feel about this one here. Oh, God. Oh, they're coming over here.
Oh, man.
Oh, they're coming over here.
You'll protect me,
Do
right?
it.
Both men right in front of us.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Up here?
Whoa. That's a relatively nice stage floor. We'd like to keep it that way.
Oh, God!
Scoop slam on the stage. I felt that under my feet.
Yep. There's a definite rumbling. Oh, my God. At what point do we move, Pete?
Well, we are tethered to headsets here.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Not the pyro.
How
Not
the?
No,
how did he?
What the hell?
Donnie, what are you doing?
What the?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
And both men crashing from the stage onto the table.
Holy. I mean, that's an appropriate chant.
Right.
Oh, my God.
Joey practically fed Donnie to those pyrotechnics and then threw him off the stage.
Good Lord.
Joey now first one up to his feet. How in the heck is he standing?
Trash can of tricks. Oh, Lordy. He knows what he's looking for. I'm not sure I know what is that? What does he have? What does he got?
I don't know.
Oh, no, he's got skewers, Pete.
Oh, man.
He's got wooden skewers.
I know we
Jesus.
are serving kind of a barbecue at the concession stand, but this wasn't what I had in mind.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. Those skewers just impaling the skull of Donnie. I don't think we've ever seen that in Magnum before.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. No, thank you.
He's a human charcuterie board.
Shish kebab?
I make weird analogies when I'm stressed.
I mean, fair.
And
Jesus. Oh, I guess
if
we're
he
taking it
wants to
back
gain the
ring.
upper hand, he's got to see if he can remove those. They just fell in on their own, apparently.
Oh, no, he plucked him out when he rolled
Oh.
into the ring. Yeah.
Clothesline takes Joey down. And I think that took as much out of Donnie's arm as it did Joey.
I can't imagine either in great shape after going through the tables over there.
Donnie having the distinction of, if I'm correct, not really having the injury bug bite him throughout his career.
It hasn't been often.
I can't say the same for the outcome, whatever it may be, for either of these two men.
Yeah, I would be surprised if either of them walked out of this one, to be honest with you.
Oh!
Oh my God!
Face first into the chair in the corner. Donnie has been bruised, he's been battered, he's been burned, but he is still going after the Joe Dozer.
We don't need any more. We don't need any more chairs. Put it back.
Oh. And just working on the head of Joey Anderson.
Which, yeah.
That is sadistic. Vicious headbutts. Not even giving Joey a chance to compose himself.
Oh my God.
And it seems like anytime a hardcore type environment is introduced, we definitely do see a different side of Donnie. Not one that's fun-loving and dancing and colorful and compassionate. We see a completely different individual. Drop toe hold straight into the chair.
I miss the dancing, colorful Donnie.
Yeah.
I want it back.
We could use that right now. And Joey is busted open. He's no stranger to the claret flowing, but this is a completely new dynamic. It's been forever since we've seen the Joe Dozer, forever since he's been in this type of situation.
And now we've got a trash can.
And even the look on Pee Wee Howell's face, he knows he's only there to count the three and determine the outcome.
He's basically just a formality at this point.
Right. I can't blame him. Trash can right off the head.
You will not be able to take your trash to the curb anymore in that one.
Definitely not.
Gonna have to get a new one.
That's definitely not city issued, and neither is that cheese grater.
Ew. Why are we eating each other's blood? What is wrong with you people? Oh, one of my favorite weapons.
That's true. And anybody who's been whacked with one of those at any kind of a speed knows what that feels like, and he's going to have vicious welts all over his body at the end of this. Both men busted open. It was bound to happen. The claret is flowing here in Elkhorn.
It's a good thing that we go to intermission after this so we can clean up a little bit.
True.
Oh, God. No, don't, not Pee-wee, Joe. Don't go too far.
I don't know what he was. Oh! Oh, man! Ugh!
Joey's been framed.
Right. I think that was a painting.
That was a better joke than you didn't even laugh. He's been framed.
Yes,
it's
he
framed
with his own. I believe that was a painting that he drew, if I'm correct.
I don't believe you are. I'm pretty sure I watched Donnie Pepper Cricket bring that with him.
Right.
They collected their own
plunder.
Yeah, that's one word for it.
And that board right to the sternum.
Looks like a shelf from a bookshelf. Did he just go around his house and pick out things that he thought would make a fun game? I don't understand this.
I wouldn't doubt it at all.
I don't like it. Not one bit. Oh, not a...
Oh, he's got that chair. He's winding up. Oh! And that chair just bouncing off the skull of Joey Anderson.
Do these people know we're in a church, Pete?
I don't think, well, the Magnum Militia are so dedicated. We could do a show. We've done a show in parking lots before. They don't care where it is.
Don't do what I think you're. Yep.
Oh! Chair shot with the trash can wrapped around the head.
Oh my God.
Concussion City.
Holy Christ on a cracker. Wow. You know, in cartoons, when somebody gets knocked in the head real hard and they see those little birdies, I bet Joey's...
Or in Street Fighter.
I bet Joey's seeing some birdies right now.
Or whenever Daffy Duck would get hit in the head by cymbals and his whole body would vibrate.
That seems like an accurate juxtaposition here.
And you gotta wonder, is Donnie just trying to hurt Joey? Is he trying to prove a point? Is he trying to get out of him what Joey has been suppressing all this time?
I don't 100% understand why the hell Donnie Pepper Cricket went after Joey. I don't get it. I mean, I've heard rumblings from him that Joey sold out when he took the GM position.
It was unavoidable.
Joey didn't deserve it. That Joey sold out his friends and turned his back on all his friends.
The general manager position wasn't handed to him. We all know what happened to cause that.
Sure.
And the Magnum Militia wants tables, and by gum, they're going to get them.
I don't want tables. No one asked me.
Right. And Pee Wee Hell kind of still in his...
I thought Johnny was going to hit Pee Wee with that for a second.
Right. Pee Wee Hell still in kind of his junior years of officiating.
He hit him so hard the kendo stick broke.
He would have never imagined that he'd been in a situation like this where he's essentially powerless. His only obligation is to count the 3.
I don't like it. Not one bit.
Declare a submission or stoppage if it comes to that.
Oh, God.
Donnie setting up the table, and Joey.
We already had enough tables, didn't we? Do we really need another one?
Joey is beside himself. Wait, Joey able to grab a chair. I don't think Donnie realizes it. Well,
oh, God.
He's got him now.
Oh, God.
Oh, man, what are they planning here?
Nothing good, I can tell you that.
Johnny, except for the Donnie bomb, not really known for going up to even the second rope with any kind of high flying. I can't hazard to guess what he's thinking here.
I can't hazard a guess what either of these two men have been thinking this entire time.
Definitely.
And honestly, I don't want to know.
Right.
I want nothing to do with this.
Hardcore and deathmatch wrestling puts you in a different kind of headspace, a different kind of mindset that not many people might see in your everyday career and your everyday wrestling exploits.
Joey.
And both these men are definitely feeling that now. And what has Joey got in mind here? He's got Donnie up on the top rope, and he's staggered. That blood loss has got to be affecting him.
They're both staggered. What are you doing? What in the name of all that is... Stop.
Joey's got Donnie up on the top.
Oh, God.
That's a big guy to attempt that with.
Oh, God.
Donnie fighting out of it. Joey going back up.
No.
Donnie's got a hold of him. Joey fights out again.
No.
He's got him hooked. Cutter through the table.
I can feel my heartbeat in my throat, Pete.
Just plants Donnie through the table. Donnie is motionless.
Holy hell.
Cover by Joey.
Is this the first cover we've seen this entire nonsense?
That it is, and it wasn't enough.
What the hell else can they do?
Right. Pee Wee just pleading with both men.
There's like 75 chairs, a broken kendo stick.
We've seen the pyrotechnics used as a weapon.
Blinding someone with pyro. What more do you want? Oh, hell no.
That's
not.
That's what you want.
No, sir.
That is a barbed wire bat, I believe. Again, the stress has kind of made me not so sharp in terms of my stats. I think that's the first time we've seen a barbed wire bat in Magnum.
I've never seen a barbed wire bat in person, and I really never wanted to.
Right.
I never daydreamed of this occurring. Oh, Jesus. Oh, sweet Jesus.
And that's... Joey missed with it.
Wait,
what?
Hey,
wait a minute.
No! No! No!
Are you kidding me?
No!
Joey just blasts Donnie with that bat. And the flock making their presence felt. And it's perfectly legal.
There we go. There we go.
The cavalry is here in the form of Jeremy Jacobs and the Artiste Protection Agency. If there's one thing I know about those two is they want to see good, clean, even fights. And they're going to make sure this has that result.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, get out of here. Get.
Go back to whatever dimension you came from.
What are you doing, Jeremy? Oh. Jeremy wants to play. I mean, it's unsanctioned, so there's no rules against.
That's true. They can interject themselves however they want.
Can we turn the lights back off so I can see, please?
Jeremy,
get a concerto?
Jeremy and Khan have cleared house. Wait a minute! What the?
No.
What is he doing?
No. No. No.
I can't believe this.
Thank God. Oh,
Khan
thank
able
God.
to.
No!
Wait a minute! What the? What are they doing? I can't believe what I'm seeing.
What the hell is going on?
I am What the? What the? What just happened? Jeremy Jacobs and Con Artiste have turned on Joey Anderson.
Come on.
I don't understand this at all.
What the hell? No. No.
Donnie plants Joey through the chair. Cover. I can't believe it.
Your winner of the match by pinfall, Donnie Pepper Cricket.
What does this mean? We don't even know where the flot came from. You want to talk about having more questions than answers? I am in shock. I am absolutely speechless. I don't even know what has transpired here. And those expressions on Jeremy and Khan's faces are none I've ever seen before. Daisy, I don't.
I'm at a loss. I don't understand anything that just happened.
Going into this match, Joey had the entire Magnum militia behind him. All of the support from his fellow competitors in the locker room. And to have two of what I assume were his best friends at one point. Jeremy more so than Khan in terms of how long they've known each other. Those two men have turned their backs on a friendship, on a partnership.
I am absolutely at a loss. I don't understand. What happens now?
What does this mean?
That's our GM. What happens now?
There is going to be heck to pay in the back with the other members of management who probably saw this coming just as much as we did.
You see that? We were right. You see that, Pete? Oh, my God! Shut up.
Magnum has always been the place where the best come to compete against the best. On March 21st, at Weekend at Strifes 3, we will crown the first ever Magnum Wrestling Hellcat Champion.
Hellcat Champion, which is our women's title.
Two women who will define an era, fight to be the first. Sadie Bell, Briar Hale. The moment is theirs. A moment to make history. But only one will leave as the first ever Hellcat champion. Two women, one prize. One night that changes everything. Friday night, March 21st. Weekend at Strifes, Volume 3.
And here we go. Pete, have we recovered?
I believe we have a lot of questions to be answered after that first half, but we are not wasting any time with the second half, kicking it off with the inaugural Magnum Wrestling Hellcat Championship match. Briar Hale took to social media shortly after Blurred Lines and vehemently announced that she wanted another shot at Magnum's resident cowgirl, Sadie Bell.
Briar has nothing if she doesn't have a mouth on her. She's got a little pent-up angst going on there.
And there's a lot at stake. We're talking about Magnum's first ever women's wrestling championship.
I'm so excited.
And for the Magnum militia that were in attendance, January 2012 at Anniversary Volume 1, when Angela Lane took on Keandra, nobody had any idea of the implications that would have to today's women's division here in Magnum. Nobody had the idea that there would be a singles title or we'd see this new crop of talent like we've seen here. And Sadie with a look of determination on her face.
She is determined. She is ready for this one.
And with Briar and the few appearances she's made here in Magnum, she's got this sort of like conceited, for lack of a better term, bratty demeanor about her.
That seems accurate.
But she
accurate.
She can back it up between the ropes, no doubt.
That's not to diminish her talent. You're absolutely correct. She is an incredible worker.
Right.
But she also does have a tendency of letting her mouth get in the way of showcasing that work.
And even throwing maturity to the wind a time or two. Both women definitely very young in their careers. Briar Hill having a little more in-ring experience than Sadie herself. Sadie, a graduate of the Bulletproof Academy. Drop down, hip toss attempt. Sadie takes her over. Only two. Takes her over once again, rolls up. 2 count once again.
Sadie is always hungry, but I think she's a little bit hungrier tonight. She is probably the number one person that is after that Hellcat title.
Another roll up. Only two, not able to hold her. And the Hellcat Championship, if I may say, was sort of clandestinely introduced. I mean, we knew about it. We didn't quite know who was vying for it until those first couple matches happened and sort of shaped what we now see as the landscape of the Hellcat division.
But owner Logan Davis, he's been a big proponent of wanting to get a nice stable of women's wrestling here at Magnum. And this is just kind of the icing on that women's wrestling cake.
Right. As I mentioned before, Angela Lane taking on Keandra. Then we saw, after a long dry spell, Cameron Brené take on Tootie Lynn Ramsey during our run at the side room. Although infrequent, women's wrestling in Magnum has always been a crowd favorite. And no better way to continue that tradition than to introduce the Hellcat Championship as Briar just
Sadie to the floor.
Just pushes Sadie off, almost like, you know, not that she didn't put effort into it, but almost like pushing, just like almost like an arrogant push out of the way, and just hangs her out to dry on the middle rope.
I can't do it. It doesn't sit on top of my headset very nicely.
And anyone who's seen Briar Hale's appearances in tag team action with her partner, don't let that fool you. And she is a very well-rounded competitor, not only in singles competition, but also in any kind of match she seems to get thrown at her throughout the Midwest here, in Midwest Indie Wrestling, in these women's divisions here.
And that's really the kind of energy you need to bring to the table when you're kind of young and green at the gills walking into wrestling. You got to be willing to go and work and do whatever, wherever that opportunity arises. Briar giving Sadie a beating there in the dead center of the ring.
You think back to women's wrestling standouts like Molly Holly, Tori Wilson, Dawn Marie, Trish Stratus, and they didn't all start in packed buildings like this, packed arenas like this. I believe one of Molly Holly's first matches was in Land O'Lakes, Florida, outdoors after a rainstorm in front of like 7 people. You got to start somewhere. And that's especially true in independent women's wrestling, especially in the Midwest, because, you know, just to state pure facts, there aren't that many in our area.
Very true.
We don't have the luxury of having a lot of diverse sort of talent pool.
Well, that's what makes having our own training school with Bulletproof Academy that much more important.
Definitely.
As we can grow them ourselves, as what happened with Sadie Bell.
Briar Harrell coming out of a different area of the Midwest, so she has the sort of different arsenal, different repertoire, different experiences to her credit thus far, compared to Sadie, who was fresh out of the Bulletproof Academy and hit the ground running when she graduated and debuted on the main shows.
Oh, here we go.
Basement drop kick right to the face, flooring Briar. Cover. Only 2, a little bit too close to the ropes there. You talk about these women matches being crowd favorites. I remember my days as a ring announcer announcing these matches. Just the intros alone would get the crowd pumped up because, again, to state facts, women's wrestling in the Midwest, and specifically in our area, few and far between, but when it happens, it happens.
Oh, jeez.
Inverted dropkick to a prone position just floors Sadie. Shoulders not quite down at that moment. They are now.
Immediately for another one.
And maybe this is a little bit of the overconfidence we've seen in Briar Hill. She starts to sort of argue with the referee, jaw jack with the crowd, losing focus momentarily. Suplex right in the center. Just rocking the lower back and spinal column of Sadie Bell. Another suplex. Looks like Briar may be targeting that lower back of Sadie. And the finishing move, like the bottom of the bottle, that'd be almost the perfect body part and the perfect area to go after.
You're not wrong. Although, really anything is going to be affected by going after someone's back.
Definitely.
That takes out your core. That takes out your center.
Even just the ability to throw a punch could be affected that way. Another suplex. Briar covers, shoulders down. 2 count. And we've seen in the past, it seems like every opportunity that Briar goes for and it doesn't quite go her way, she starts to act out a little bit. She starts to lose that focus.
She has a little bit of a temper tantrum, if one might say.
Right. She is young, and that might be contributed to her sort of inexperience in her career. She's only still a few years in compared to Sadie, who has even less experience, and sometimes that can psychologically get to a person. Because when you're a rookie, when you're an upstart, when you're an underdog, everything sort of comes to you and gets into your psyche and affects the way you perform, affects the way you carry yourself. And I don't know if it certainly makes you prance around the ring like she just did, but
yeah, a little bit of an arrogant skip there.
at our big event Over the Top, I believe was last year, Sadie Bell took on the debuting Amina Belmont, who is sort of in the same league psychologically as Briar, I would say. Kind of conceited, kind of full of herself, demanding, like, you know. And Briar just wrenching back on this double arm lock. I would almost like an inverted cattle mutilation, but Sadie sort of hanging in there. Not quite able to bridge and hold that bridge. Sadie fighting out of it.
There we go. Sadie doing what she has to do to get a bit of an upper hand here.
Sadie sort of favoring that shoulder.
Oh.
Vicious kick right to the chest. Briar's got to stay on Sadie if she wants to keep the advantage here. What's Briar got in mind for here?
Oh, jeez.
Both women up top. Sadie fighting out of it. Pushes Briar off. Creates that separation. Drop kick right on the money.
Right in the mush, but is she going to be able to capitalize and roll over and get that pin?
Maybe she doesn't necessarily want to go for the pin at this point. She might just want to get back up to a vertical.
She's not even moving at this point, so.
She might just want to get up to a vertical base. That could be the opening she was looking for.
Thinking that one took just as much out of Sadie as it did Briar here.
Who's going to get to their feet first? There's a lot on the line. The inaugural Hellcat Championship match. Our women's title at the forefront here in the second half of the action. Clothesline just rocks her right across the sternum. Elbow, and she's using that sort of damaged elbow at this point. Continuing to favor it. Oh, we've seen this before. Hip attack right in the corner, and Sadie is feeling it. Briar not quite knowing where she is at the moment. Trying to pull her out.
Oh boy.
Ooh! German suplex, and Briar tried to protect herself. Cover. Only two. When she got Briar up for that German suplex, Briar almost had her hands behind her back, almost trying to brace in the moment out of reflex. Didn't quite go her way. Lung blower, almost inverted, snaps Sadie back. Covered by Briar. Only two. And there's that frustration.
Yep. She is. She's not a fan of counts that don't go her way.
I would venture to guess, Daisy, she's not a fan of things that don't go her way.
Fair point.
Briar's got her up.
Oh, turn around.
Kick to the sternum.
Sadie taken. No. There we go.
Fisherwoman suplex bridge. Only two. She hooked Briar and took her over for the Fisherwoman suplex. Beautiful bridge. Not quite enough to be the inaugural Hellcat champion. And you got to imagine what that would mean for both women. And Sadie is all fired up, really putting the strikes to Briar and talking trash while doing it. Spear by Briar.
I do love a good spear.
Pulls her out to the center, trying to get her even further away from it. Only two. Briar trying to counter with that last mistake of sort of getting her opponent a little too close to the ropes. She pulled her all the way out to the center, but it was still not enough.
That honestly wasn't even close for a 2 count. Like, calm down.
Well, you know, there's a lot on the line here. Both women are young. Both women are hungry. Both women want that Hellcat championship. Sadie rolls through. Only two, even with the bridge. And Briar sort of flailing there, even with all that. Not enough to put her away. Bottom of the bottle.
There we go. Hey.
And Briar just blasted almost to the outside.
Can't pin her on the outside of the ring.
Sadie not able to grab her in time. She hit the bottom of the bottle, and Briar rolled out to the opposite end of the floor there.
Wait a second.
Vicious shoulder block in the corner. Sadie staying on Briar, trying to maintain the advantage here. She's going, what the?
Wait a second. I told
Wait
you,
a minute.
I knew she looked different.
What the?
That's Sage. That's Briar.
Wait a minute. We have our first Hellcat champion, but
oh my God.
And I know I have 21,000 vision, but am I seeing?
No, well, you are seeing double, but it's actually there. Briar and Sage Hale.
I can't believe it. We haven't seen Briar's twin sister Sage since our short run at the Rathskeller. Nobody saw this coming, especially Sadie, and we have our first ever Magnum Wrestling Hellcat champion, Briar Hale.
Magnum Wrestling. Your favorite breakable buddy is back. Piggy in the Bank returns. 8 men will battle for the opportunity to cash in their biggest dream. A shot at Magnum immortality. Rung by rung, they will climb to their destiny. 7 men will fall. 1 will change their career. Witness the carnage live. March 21st at Weekend at Strifes Volume 3.
Now, to continue with the action, we've got ourselves a good old Magnum tradition. I'm talking about the infamous Piggy in the Bank ladder match. I remember standing in the ring with Jason Strife at the Eagles Club right around the time AJ Styles came to town. He announced the Piggy in the Bank ladder match, and again, nobody had any idea the implications it would have on Magnum history. Historically, the winners of that Piggy in the Bank contract have gone on to cash in at very inopportune times throughout our history.
True.
And that title opportunity can be cashed in any time the winner wants in 1 calendar year.
And for any title.
True.
They don't have to go for the championship. There's a Top Gun title. This match, 8 people are about to get into this ring. 8 of them.
Daisy, that bacon is going to be making someone's night.
It's going to be nice.
And different journeys with these 8 men, especially the first competitor, Omar Pacheco. He took to social media being interviewed by our backstage correspondent, Chava Soto. And there's certain times where you have to bow to the absurd. He took one look at that former footwear that he wore as Teddy Mercury. He looked dead into the camera and he just said, let's get weird. And sometimes you do have to bow to the absurd, and that could be what he needs to get that Piggy.
We'll have to see. He certainly has had a hard time picking up a win at Magnum here as late.
Those of you that were at Blurred Lines and watched on social media saw the upset of the year almost.
Ringo.
When Ringo the Clown, in his debut here at Magnum, defeated Omar Pacheco. The crowd went nuts. Competitor number 3, Bulletproof Academy graduate. He calls himself the King of the Ghetto. Magnum Militia say hello once again to Mr. Relly Carter. Not sure if our cameras can catch this. He brown bagged it on his way out here.
Pretty sure our camera is actually off by the looks of things.
Oh, yeah. And you talk about a good first impression. For a Bulletproof Academy student like Relly, this would be a good impression to make. A unique situation. We're so used to seeing the Golden Boy Uriah Upton in tag team action as one half of Mariah.
But man, was there some tension there last month.
We're not sure of the fate of that partnership at the moment.
He slapped back in the face.
Oof.
Just right square across the jaw.
And on social media, Uriah was interviewed and he said, it's time I do something for myself. It's time I get something for myself. No better way to stake your claim than going after the piggy in the bank. And the same could be said for this man, the Lone Diamond, Jackson King. Jackson King, sort of one of the last proteges of Jason Strife, especially during the Patreon tapings during the pandemic. Jackson King, of course, wearing that infamous Thriller jacket that Strife always loved to wear, even out of the bars after shows. He'd have that on.
It's actually not the same jacket. That is his own version of the jacket.
Just another way to pay tribute to.
And actually, it matches pretty well if you look at the piggy up there.
Yep. We have one Bulletproof Academy graduate. Now we have a second in all day, Drake Holloway, and he is quickly becoming a fan favorite in the eyes of the Magnum Militia.
This is going to be interesting considering him and Relly were tag team partners last month in the tag gauntlet match.
In the Piggy in the Bank ladder match, ladders can go flying, wrestlers can go flying, and partnerships go out the window.
Now watch your head.
Right. All that matters is that Piggy and that championship opportunity. And the next competitor, no stranger to the Magnum Militia here at the Relevance Center. It may have been, if I'm correct, Weekend of Strifes Volume 2. Brandon Nitro was in the Piggy in the Bank ladder match, which was a wild one.
It was crazy.
And you want to talk about somebody proving themselves and somebody going above and beyond to make an impact, above what their persona usually is, because Brandon Nitro, he likes to bang around. He's got the bang, he's got the hat, he's got the jacket. Everybody loves when he comes out, but it seems like month after month.
I don't even, nope. Nope.
And this man has joined the fray, and I'm still shocked over the events of the first half of our.
I'm disgusted. That's the word. Not shocked. I'm disgusted.
Along with Jeremy, it was like Khan is someone who I've gotten to know and sort of considered a friend, but I am just appalled at the actions of that man, as well as Jeremy Jacobs seemingly joining up with the Dark Icon, Donnie Peppercorn, and the Flock. We still don't know why. I'm sure they'll leave us even more in the dark than we are right now.
Honestly, to me, it doesn't even matter why. What matters is they betrayed Joey. They betrayed all of us in that moment. And it looks like the rest of the guys aren't taking too kindly.
No way. You do something like that, that's exactly the response you're going to get.
I mean, he did it to himself.
Good on Omar for kind of staying out of that, but you got to wonder. Omar kind of being a student of Magnum himself, kind of learning under Khan on several occasions. He's got to have some emotions too about this. Interesting.
Now, in case you don't know, in this sort of a matchup here with our Piggy in the Bank ladder match, the object and the match ends when someone retrieves that piggy hanging roughly 20 feet above the center of the ring. There's no pinfalls, there's no countouts, there's no submission. You have to get your hand on that piggyback.
And we've seen piggy holders like Joey Anderson, Nino Hatchett, countless others throughout the match's history. And it's not just all about winning the piggy. It's about holding it sort of close to your chest, waiting for the opportune time, whenever that may be. Whoa! 1 foot drop kicking the ladder straight into the chest of Riley Carter.
One bent up ladder already. We ain't even started that long ago.
I'm sure we got enough ladders to go around.
Well, there's way too many as far as I'm concerned.
There's graffiti on that one.
Oh, God.
Oh, Relly turns Drake around and just tosses him back
Owie.
first onto the ladder.
Owie.
For some of these men, it's going to be their first taste of utilizing weaponry in Magnum matches. Oh! Back first against the apron. And a huge brawl erupting on the outside. Relly's got Drake isolated, though. Goes up.
The thing. You don't want to get any too distracted by what's going on outside the ring because that's not where your object of desire is.
Exactly. It's right up there in the center, in the heavens almost.
And if you're distracted by other opponents on the outside, that gives someone else the opportunity to climb up there and grab that pig. Oh.
You got to imagine a lot of different strategies will be employed in this match. Some guys might want to wear the other down. Some guys might just want to brawl. Some guys might just want to distract, might want to keep them away from the ultimate goal. And some guys might want to jump right for that piggy. Double clothesline takes down both students. Plants Holloway. Plants really, oof. Like flapjacks.
Someone more Shepherd size has entered the chat. Oh boy.
I don't believe Shepherd and Khan have faced off in the same ring in Magnum.
No, but Shep doesn't look any too worried about him. Which I'm sure is not a reaction that a man the size and stature of Con Artiste is used to.
Right.
Usually when you sneak up on someone behind them and you look like that, you get a little bit more of a intense reaction.
And Khan and Jeremy's actions in the first half affect us all, so you've got to imagine that tempers are flaring even more so. So Khan's got a huge target on his back.
I'm really not sure that was very smart timing on his part for a betrayal. Ooh. Jackson just
right into the steel
right
steps.
Into the
That steel does not give. Shepherd's got Upton.
Oh, God.
Plants him with a full Nelson slam.
I wonder if he's daydreaming about his days with Mac now. Because that did not feel good.
I saw the look in his eyes during that social media interview, and Upton is focused on this. He's focused on this match at the moment.
Oh, Nitro's got a bang. Charged up.
Shepherd plants Jackson with a DDT. And
I think all of the front row just got a little bang.
Yep.
Delicious.
Khan now utilizing that ladder as a weapon.
Oh, this looks
kind of
precarious at best.
Oh,
I would move if I was sitting there. Owie.
And the tug of war won by Shepherd, and Khan just ricocheting back.
That's the ladder you need. That might be the only one that'll reach it.
Good point.
But I got a feeling it's not going to be that easy for him.
Shepherd's got that ladder. He can scale it, but he's got to keep everyone else in mind.
The first to climb.
Omar slides in and stops Shepherd off at the pass. Something happened.
Over there.
Something
I don't
happened.
know what. I see Drake. He did something to somebody.
And Omar trips Shepherd up off the ladder.
Kind of sounded like a bomb went off, so it probably wasn't good.
Knee strike to the back of the head of Shepherd. Khan now back up to a vertical base. He's got a ladder of his own.
You're not going to get the piggy.
But
if that's
no,
the one
you're not going to get it that way. But he might have some.
But I don't think he's after the pig right at this very moment.
He might have some other dastardly deed in mind.
Omar.
Both men precarious, almost nose to nose.
Oh, Lord.
Omar just shoved off. And now the ring really starting to fill up.
Oh, and Relly's I don't know that Khan's a man you want to get under there.
Kicks Drake off, kicks Upton off. Khan holding his own, I'm sorry to say. I'm supposed to be unbiased, but Khan...
It's really hard to be after the first half of the show.
That's true. Khan now grabbing that ladder of his own.
Is Omar even with us anymore? What is happening?
It seems to me that Khan just wants... And just drops the ladder right on the sternum of Omar.
Oh, my God.
If I didn't know better, I'd say Khan just wants to hurt people. And the piggy is almost...
Well, he hurt me by breaking my heart, I'll tell you that much.
And the piggy is almost secondary or tertiary in Khan's mind.
I don't like this. I don't like this one stinking bit.
Omar's trapped in the corner, nowhere to go.
Oh, gee. Oh, no. No. This is
Khan measuring Omar. He's trapped in that ladder. Oh! Hip attack just ricocheting the ladder right into the face of Omar, who was trapped by it.
Why is he doing this? Is he dead?
I'm sure I can sense some movement, but Nitro halfway up. Khan immediately saw him.
We got a smile on a rally.
Khan's got Nitro.
Oh, Jesus.
Drops him on the top turnbuckle.
Well, everybody seems a little bit worse for wear, so this might be the opportunity Khan needs.
Unfortunately. Smart usage of, I was about to say smart usage of ladder, but Nitro able to wiggle out of it. Khan now scaling.
Drake's got one leg. Uriah's got another. Nitro's getting in on the mix. I am not sure what Shepard's doing, but it's probably going to be terrible.
They're trying to make a wish, trying to split Khan off the ladder. Jackson.
They're just trying to get rid of him
up on the top rope on the opposite side.
Oh, Jesus.
Drop kick. Khan sent off the ladder by Jackson King. Nitro seizing the opportunity. Drake and Riley toss him off. They get tossed off. Drake gets tossed off. Every single person wants that piggy.
To the top, but Riley and Nitro put a stop to it.
And Omar, I think referee Rudy Diamond's helping Omar to the back.
Everybody's kind of bouncing off each other in the ring right now. It's a little bit of a melee.
Upton trying to climb the ladder.
Oh, God. Khan's over here with another one. We don't need another ladder. Put it away.
Relly on the opposite side. Who's going to get to that top first? But, nope. Both men getting cut off here. Nitro's got Relly.
God.
Nitro grabs Relly and tosses him off.
They almost killed Chris Manning. Did you see that?
As the ladder topples, almost taking out our photographers. You want to talk about a dangerous environment with high stakes.
Come on, Nitro.
The piggy in the bank definitely fits that description.
This is kind of the perfect opportunity. Can't climb it from the... Oh,
everybody else...
One of the joints broke.
Everybody else is... The joint on the left side of the ladder is snapped. It is not stable.
Oh, God.
Is this wise? Is anything that happens in these matches wise?
No.
Shepard, he's got Nitro.
Oh, sweet Lord.
Pulls him off.
Don't do it.
The ladder topples. Nitro able to fight him off.
That is not the shape a ladder is supposed to be.
And that supporting joint on that ladder snapped.
As if this couldn't get any more dangerous, let's break the only ladder that will actually reach the pig.
Daisy, this match is definition of expect the unexpected.
No joke. I don't know what Khan set up down here, but I do not like it.
This is incredibly dangerous.
That is terrible.
You're right. That ladder is tall enough. Can it support the weight of one person, two people? I don't know. Nitro not able to sort of sustain a climb even to the middle. Trying to straighten it out.
Try one more time, though. Okay. He's just going to rig it up.
Yeah.
I like his initiative there.
A little DIY, but will that hold him even?
I don't know how much beneficial that will actually be. No. Is Khan just carrying around ladders and setting up
Shepard's got Nitro.
No, God.
Buckle bomb.
Absolutely not.
And Shepard now, and this is an interesting sort of wrench, for lack of a better term, that's been thrown into the plans here.
Geez.
Every single one of these men is going to have to keep that joint steady. They're gonna have to make sure that no further damage comes to the ladder.
Oh my God.
Oh man! Oh, and that the left side of the ladder was not enough to hold both men. Is it even wise to try setting it back up and even try climbing it?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't think I've ever quite seen this.
This is a bad idea.
In a ladder match in general. This is the only ladder that's tall enough. What are these guys thinking? Nitro plants really on one of the, on just the canvas, I believe.
Nitro trying to go back up again. Seems like nobody's really paying attention at this given moment.
This is where improv comes into play, and there are other ways you can get up there. You'd have to be innovative. You have to really think on your feet. Nitro almost halfway up. Shepard and Khan kind of holding the ladder steady, almost in an attempt to shake Nitro loose, if I had to guess.
This is terrible.
Shepard fishhooking Khan on the middle rope there. Relly now back up. Back down again. And what's Shepard doing?
He's going to wedge it open. He was going to try.
That ladder's about half the size. Maybe not enough to fit in the middle of that. Oh, okay, I stand corrected.
A little bridge. That might actually work.
Necessity is the mother of invention. Oh!
Well, I thought he was being helpful, but now I think it was a weapon.
Oh. And that bent joint has got to almost feel like a slingshot of dirty, hot metal. And making contact with human flesh, that is not a relationship I'd want to be in.
Oh, now Nitro's getting a smile put on his face.
I don't think I've ever seen a ladder match, much less a Piggy in the Bank ladder match, that has had this sort of inopportune moment happen to where now everybody's strategy has to change.
Everything just got a whole lot more dangerous. I can definitely tell you that much.
Right.
I am genuinely not sure if climbing to the top of that ladder is a safe idea.
This is one of the Magnum Militia's favorite matches to watch. Probably not your favorite match to watch.
I love ladder matches, but
what? Jock jams.
Oh God.
Could it be?
Teddy Mercury?
He's back.
Con Artiste knocked Teddy Mercury back in. Teddy, oh, he's just passing out kisses.
Right, and you can pelvic thrust and purple nurple all you want, but he's got to keep in mind here. Does he care at this point, or does he just want to get weird?
I think the weird has been gotten beat.
The pride
Teddy, I love it. Let's go.
Khan now rolls back in. Fun's over, according to him.
Khan killed Omar, and Teddy Mercury came back.
The pride of Spread Eagle, Wisconsin,
that ladder
interjecting himself into the match, and still that ladder is not steady at all. The complexion of this match has certainly changed. Drop kick and Khan into the corner. Knee strike.
Let's get weird, come on.
Call that a bronco worm? What would you call that?
That sounds good to me. Oh, I miss Teddy Mercury.
Shepard didn't.
Oh, jeez. No.
Just almost speared him out of those old boots.
Drake and Relly are just fighting each other. They're just leaving.
Bear in mind that Piggy is the only way you're going to get to win this match by climbing the ladder.
This is not a table, ladders, and chairs match.
Climbing the ladder and grabbing the Piggy. These guys got to keep that in mind.
Yeah, they're definitely not going to win anything over there.
Definitely not.
Oh, geez, what is...
Nitro now grabbing the smaller ladder.
Oh!
And that can't feel too good for Shepard. Almost like an assisted bankbuster with the ladder.
You know, if Brandon Nitro ever wanted to go into tag team wrestling, Teddy Mercury would not be a bad partner.
Right.
They work.
They do complement each other.
Oh, geez.
Nitro taking a few men out along with one of the ladders.
Most specifically Con Artiste, which couldn't happen to a better guy as far as I'm concerned.
Teddy Mercury debuted in Magnum as part of the Hard Foundation. And now
what is Drake
we've
doing?
seen a resurgence.
Don't
Drake
you
now
do
scaling
it.
the top rope.
That is not necessary.
Almost lost his balance, but came with a vicious elbow drop off the top rope. I can't see who died from my vantage point.
There's Shepard. He's not dead. Nitro's not dead.
Keep your eye on Jackson.
Nobody's paying any attention to him.
Well, and
he's going to get that pay.
Almost to the middle. Jackson's almost to the middle.
He's the highest anyone's been thus far.
Jackson almost there.
Gonna have to take it easy on that friggin' ladder.
What a feather in the cap this would be for Jackson.
Uriah. No!
Uriah pushes the ladder over, and Jackson topples the competition.
Talk about an opportunity.
Down like pins.
He just knocked out every... Oh!
Wait a minute. That's Mac.
Oh, he's help. I honestly didn't think he'd be helping. Okay.
Mac's cut. No, wait a minute.
Oh, God.
Choke slam to his own partner.
Well, I think it's safe to say Mariah has broken up.
We've got our answer to whether or not there are any problems with Mariah.
Yeesh.
Upton now a non-factor in this match. Jackson taking the competition out like pins.
Shepard's giving it a whirl. What is Khan doing with that little ladder?
Shepard almost there. Khan's got to make a move. As does everyone else. Oh!
You ever had a ladder thrown at you, Pete?
I can't say that I have, and I hope to never have one thrown at me, but that's one way to break up a situation. Nitro scaling the ladder. It's within reach.
He's got to go one more. Oh, God. Oh, God.
All the way up top.
It won't come undone. Oh, God. The longer this takes,
He's got it!
It is.
Brandon Nitro is your 2025 Piggy in the Bank ladder match winner. Something tells me that Nitro's about to get a whole lot more serious with that opportunity that he just secured for himself through unsurmountable odds, a borderline unsafe ladder.
I don't think there's anything borderline about it.
7 other competitors, and Nitro overcame everything. And Nitro has been referred to as the South Dakota sex symbol, your mom's favorite wrestler, your future stepdad. But tonight at Weekend at Strifes Volume 3, you can call him Mr. Piggy in the Bank. And this Piggy in the Bank ladder match has certainly got to be one for the record books in terms of sheer brutality, the unpredictable nature of anything and everything that transpired. Just when we thought Uriah Hupton was going to be helped by, I guess, his former tag team partner now, Max showed his true colors, the return of Teddy Mercury.
I don't know if it was true colors or he's just been pushed to the breaking point.
All 8 of these men put their bodies on the line for a packed Relevance Center full of Magnum Militia here tonight. Brandon Nitro coming away with the win. And he is our 2025 Mr. Piggy in the Bank. And if I know Brandon Nitro like I think I do, he's going to wait until just the right moment to cash in, and he's got a year from now to do so.
Collecting banks on its way out. He's got like 5 of them now.
Can they just sponsor?
He's never going to sleep again.
Can they just sponsor him already so he can have all the bang he could ever want? What? What the?
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Falcone's out of there!
Entering at number 1.
The HNIC just went wire to wire.
Fate is cruel. Destiny is fragile. Nino fought his way, but fate had other plans. And with one man down, in an instant, everything changed. It started 2 years ago, Weekend at Strifes, Volume 1. Fowler fought for us. He bled for us. He earned his moment. The champion. He became the man. The standard. He carried Magnum on his back. Until he lost himself. 1 year later, the war for Magnum's soul was waged. Fowler stood with Magnum, the locker room leader, the man who built this place.
Fowler's the fourth man!
Until he wasn't.
Jay Fowler has turned on all of us.
In one night, he didn't just betray his brothers. He betrayed all of us. The Magnum Wrestling Championship wasn't enough anymore. Control, dominance, a bulletproof legacy.
You guys all saw how the last show ended with the bulletproof legacy beating Red Wing's ass.
In his quest for absolution, their legacy fueled the fire within a beast, awakening the barbarian.
I am the longest reigning champion in Magnum Wrestling history.
The man they call Red Wing.
He's going to figure out real quick what it's like to get rung up on that stack of dimes he calls a neck by a 340-pound national champion power lifter.
2 years, 2 battles.
My entire legacy is built off pinning your shoulders to this mat.
2 men who define Magnum Wrestling.
You're not in my league, Red Wing. You better come to terms with it.
Now, the final chapter is written.
I'm the fucking man!
One last time, one last fight.
So you better double your vitamins and pray that it's enough.
Red Wing, Fowler, 3.
Not my legs. Magnum Pro's legs.
The war ends here.
I'm showing up with a big set of balls and a chip on my shoulder. Trying to knock it off, motherfucker.
I am the longest reigning champion in Magnum Wrestling history.
The following contest is your main event of the evening. It is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Magnum Wrestling Championship.
We're about to find out if Red Wing can do the impossible.
We've already seen tonight to kick off the action, Red Wing and Kit Sackett winning tag team gold, ending the 936-day streak of the Crucible. But it's all come down to this for the resident beast of Magnum. Daisy, I gotta think this is the biggest test of Red Wing's career yet. I first met this man during the Eagles Club days. Didn't really say much, kept to himself. It took a while to actually get to know him as a person, but once I did, I could tell this kid wanted it. He was driven in any single thing he attempted in his life or in his athletic career, anything. And to see how far he's come is truly inspiring. But it's all come to this moment. Who's gonna come out on top?
Many men wish death upon me. Blood in my eye, dog, and I can't see. I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be, and trying to take my life away. I put up with me, my hat on the wall, now you gon' see. Better watch how you talk when you talk about me, cause I'm coming for way many men, many men wish death on me, Lord. I don't cry no more, don't look to the sky no more, have mercy on me, put money on my head, gone.
All Jay Fowler has been the ace, the MVP of Magnum for a very long time. I'm not sure the exact length of time. It feels like forever with how many times we've seen him defend the title.
Well, it has been at least 2 years at this point. He won it first at Weekend at Stripes 1, and we are now at Weekend at Stripes 3. So I think it's fair to just call it 2 years.
Right. And the way he won it at Weekend at Stripes Volume 1 shocked us all.
No, he won it fair and square. He was still one of us then. It was at the second Weekend at Stripes when he betrayed Red Wing, Ryan Gott, I believe Alan Shepard, and turned his back on not only the locker room, but Magnum as a whole.
That's how ingratiated he was to all of us before that ultimate betrayal.
Introducing first the challenger from Mean, Nebraska, weighing in at 354 pounds. He is the man they call Red Wing. And next, the champion from the Steel Factory, weighing in at 202 pounds. He is the best pound-for-pound professional wrestler in the game today, and he is the reigning and defending Magnum Wrestling champion, All Steel, Jay Fowler.
We're about to find out if Red Wing can turn things his way twice in one night.
Red Wing himself, a former Magnum Wrestling champion.
Yes.
And you got to imagine that even in like one of the most high-profile matches I saw him in, I believe, and apologize, Magnum Militia, for my short-term memory issues, but I believe it was at Anniversary Volume.
I don't know where you're going with this, so I can't help.
Back at the Firefighters Union Hall, current WWE superstar Carlito came to Magnum to challenge Red Wing at that moment.
And he won.
And
then Joey cashed in.
And as we saw in the last match, all it takes is that one opportunity, a fraction of a second, to turn a match completely on its head, and that's exactly what happened at that time. I believe it was Anniversary Volume 7.
That sounds right. I was back on my camera days.
And Fowler wasting no time at all trying to gain the upper hand.
You've got to be thinking at this point that Fowler is going to take advantage of the fact that this is his first match of the night.
Right.
It is Red Wing's second.
He's had all this time to prepare, all this time to recuperate. He's had the luxury of only wrestling once tonight.
And as of this moment, it looks like that first matchup took a toll on Red Wing.
He may be riding off the high of becoming tag team champion, but once that adrenaline wears off, it can do nightmarish wonders for the mind, body, and soul. And we see glimpses of Strife everywhere at this event, and any event we hold for that matter. Fowler again wearing trunks that are a tribute to the Monarch of Magnum, Jason Strife. And I believe when Strife first wore those, he wore those as tribute to one of his favorite Japanese wrestlers, Milano Collection AT. I spent many nights in his living room or after training or in his garage, and he would just gush about how much he loved Japanese wrestling, how much that was a huge, huge influence on his career and his life. And almost by proxy, that transitioned into Fowler and how he carries himself. That power elbow drop that Strife was known for, Fowler uses in tribute.
Red Wing getting a little bit of a charge going here.
And Fowler, again, wisely targeting the legs, the thighs, the hamstrings. Doing everything he can to keep Red Wing off his feet.
Which is really the only way he's going to win this one. I mean, the size difference is clear even when Red Wing is completely laid out. Like.
2 count with sort of a lackadaisical cover. If I was Fowler, I wouldn't necessarily cover someone that way, but...
Well, especially a competitor like Red Wing.
Right. Maybe to get in that position like that on all fours, he was trying to do everything he could to keep Red Wing grounded. Maybe that was his rationale at the time.
Stomping on that ankle. That's a nasty little smirk on his face there. I don't like it. Oh, God. Kicked him in the head.
That is the smirk of confidence we've seen time and time and time again from Fowler.
And I can't take it away from him. Fowler has every reason to be confident. When he is announced as the best pound-for-pound wrestler, those facts cannot be argued. Jay Fowler is an incredible wrestler. And Magnum isn't the only company that knows that.
Definitely.
His talent has nothing to do with the issues we have with that man. Uh-oh, he got caught.
Fowler attempted a top rope move. Red Wing caught him. Catches him again, and on the way down, blasts him with a knee strike. Vicious lariat. And who's going to get to their feet first in the early going here in this title match?
That is one of my favorite things about Red Wing as a competitor. It is the second you start to count him out, the second you see that little flicker that maybe he's done is when he steps up to the plate again.
Whether it was bringing the Eagles Club to its feet as strongman Red Wing or going at it with a Norse-like bloodlust as Red Wing the Barbarian, now just simply Red Wing, one thing clearly remains true.
Woo! Big old flying
He
forward.
gets that second win, and
there it is.
You got to
I
almost give his opponent his last rites.
It's the second match of the night. This might be the third or fourth win at this point.
There's that leg drop that he's known for. Red Wing.
We know what comes next.
He's feeling it. Could be going for the Sidewinder power slam. Fowler fights out. Oh.
No,
We've seen greater feats.
I mean, true.
Fowler blocks it. Striking combination. Blasts him with the knee. Red Wing down to one
there
knee.
Goes.
Vulnerable
Perfect
position. Right in position for it.
Nope.
Misses with the Shining Wizard. Got him up. Fowler slam.
My goodness.
I believe that's the first time Red Wing's been taken off his feet with that move.
I sure can't recall another time.
Fowler covers him. Only 2. Fowler wisely trapping the other leg during that cover. Not enough to
Shining
put
Wizard
him away.
also from Fowler is another tribute to Jason Strife. And it usually hits its intended target and does the job, but...
If you knew anything about Strife's utilization of the Wizard, he could hit that from anywhere.
Anywhere. And Fowler ain't far behind.
And he certainly looks behind now. It's just planted right in the center, covered by Red Wing. Almost 2, and you can see the exhaustion starting to seep in now.
I can't even imagine.
Even with the effort on that choke slam, not all the stank and mustard behind it that we're used to, but when you wrestle 2 times a night, it's to be expected.
He might have to sit in an ice bath or a sauna for a few days after he gets done tonight.
And the Magnum Militia decisively split between the 2 men.
It sounds pretty solidly Red Wing to me.
Well,
because when they were chanting for Fowler, they were saying all buns, no steel. And he wants nothing to do with his previous Buns of Steel moniker anymore.
And Red Wing just catches Fowler out of the thin air and just slams him up against the post, creating that separation, taking every breather he can get at this point. Talk about endurance. Oh! Misses
That's not
with
going to
the
feel good on an ankle.
misses
or a
with the
knee.
kick in the corner, and now Red Wing down to one knee on the apron.
Probably jammed up that whole leg of Red Wing.
Oof!
And head off the apron.
DDT bouncing right
Also,
off the apron.
Not going to do nice things for Red Wing.
Definitely not. And I was talking earlier about the career progression of Red Wing.
Fowler resetting the count.
Smart wrestling on his part.
Probably about to do something dastardly.
Knowing him, I wouldn't put it past him. Red Wing now back to his feet.
Woo!
Fowler flips out.
Hello, front row.
And I was talking about the career progression of Red Wing in Magnum. Talk about the career progression of Fowler in Magnum. The days of the Eagles Club when I saw a young masked upstart named Superfly.
It's honestly hard to believe that that's even the same person.
True.
It really is.
He was just a high-flying luchador from Mexico City, Iowa. And no one had any conception of how he would end up at this point, how his career would turn out up till now. Only two.
Man, he was in a tag team for a very long time, known as Super Pop. Look at where we are with both of those now.
Oh, yeah.
How times have changed.
In this business, you either evolve or get left behind, and I guess that was true in both men's cases. Pretty much anybody who's anybody knows that. Fowler now starting to zero in, laser focus on Red Wing here, who's not quite up to his feet. Now he is.
Up he go. Oh, he got
Bolts
caught.
up the middle rope. Red Wing caught him. Power slam. He's got him back up.
Oh, geez.
Oh! Torture rack position. Sits out with it. Cover. Only two. Fowler able to kick out. Get the shoulder up right at the last second.
Man, you can't take away from the ability of either of these competitors, but just think of what Red Wing's body has been through tonight.
Red Wing also on the side, outside of wrestling, a pretty accomplished power lifter. And I got to imagine any kind of competition he's been in that realm of athletics is nothing compared to what he's going through right now. Oh, super kick right on the button. Head scissors.
Just about took out Rudy.
Vaults Red Wing into the corner. He's got him right where he wants him. Baseball slide, giving him extra momentum into that running chop. Also a tribute to Strife.
Oh, Jesus.
Is this wise?
That is an interesting choice to make.
That's a big dude. Fowler's got him up. Sit out, powerbomb on the big guy. Cover. Only two. Red Wing got the left shoulder up.
Fowler looks stunned, absolutely speechless.
We've seen this before with Fowler a few times.
Come on now.
A few times we've seen Fowler take exception to the officials. He's restraining himself. He's got to be thinking.
It's a good idea. This is not the time and place to let your hot head get in the way.
Stranger things have happened. Fowler calling for it. Oh, looking for the jackhammer on a dude as big as that. Not quite.
Oh no. Where's Pee-wee?
Fowler telegraphed it for him.
We need another ref.
Going for the knee strike. Red Wing caught him.
What's he
Lifts him
doing?
back up. Tries to sit out.
Oh!
Fowler lands on his feet, and there's the Shining Wizard. Creating that separation, but Rudy's down.
Now,
we need another
Where's
official
Pee-wee?
out here.
Anyone?
Both men are down, as is Rudy.
You got any more stripes back there? Hello? Can anyone hear us?
Both men are down, as is referee Rudy Diamond. Rudy caught in the middle of that. Wait a minute.
No, sweet God. This is not. No.
The former tag champs out here. Fowler measuring Red Wing.
No.
He caught him again. Sidewinder power slam. And there's no referee to make the count. So Red Wing is out of options.
No. You two, I am so sick of them.
Oh, what's going to happen here? Crucible helping Fowler up. No referee to adjudicate here.
Rudy, wake up, Rudy.
What the? Oh, man. The HNIC has arrived.
Wait.
Fowler's got to keep his eye on Red Wing. What?
The Crucible just ditched Jay Fowler.
Fowler's all alone for the first time in a long time.
Oh my God. Oh my
Red Wing's got him
God.
up. Sidewinder power slam, plants him in the center, hangs on.
Up again.
Another one. Cover.
Pee-wee.
Pee-wee House slides in. 1, 2, 3. We've got a new champion. After a little over 2 years, the reign of all steel falls to the full-time beast. Red Wing is Magnum Wrestling champion.
That is not one, but 2 belts on the man that we call Red Wing.
Call him Beastie, 2 belts, whatever you want. An amazing feat of endurance and strength and perseverance ends with double gold for Red Wing.
Magna Melissa, welcome to the era of Red Wing.
What an amazing turn of events all night long, culminating in the ultimate victory for Red Wing with just not 1 but 2 Sidewinder power slams, putting down Jay Fowler, and he can call himself Magnum Wrestling champion and tag champion in the same night.
I think it's safe to say that we are officially part of Red Wing.
I like the sound of that.
That is all for us here tonight at Weekend at Stripes 3. Thank you for joining us. I'm Casey Daniels.
I'm Pete Sanctions. For all the information on our next event and all things Magnum, keep it tuned to social media. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. We'll see you next time. So long from ringside.